Legion of Superheroes issue 10 heads to planet Gotham, where Superboy and Saturn Girl are on their first date. Imra finds herself very happy since expressing intimate physical contact doesn't happen on her planet. John asks if they ever hug or kiss their parents or anything, but Imra says they don't, since they all live in their mind. She shows John what she means, bringing him inside her head, which he notes is rather clean. Imra knows that it's not, and her parents would agree, but she does agree that it's cleaner than John's head. John doesn't want to see the inside of his head, and luckily Imra won't show him since their food has arrived. Returning to the real world, they find their classic Gotham onion rings have arrived. Imra knows that Gotham food is a little touristy, but it's good as Commissioner Sevenbergen joins them, hoping the cultural ambassador isn't trashing their food. Imra is glad the woman is there, wanting to follow up on Mordru the Mad's escape, and she would have done it sooner, however their recent trial sidetracked her. The Commissioner says that they have been tracking Mordru since his escape, maybe having a lead or two on his current whereabouts, but the Legion need to see it since it's magic in nature. John isn't too happy about that, seeing as magic is his other kryptonite. Meanwhile on Oa, Gold Lantern brings the imprisoned Krav to the elders of Oa, telling them of the former general's betrayal, which has been stopped by the Legion of Superheroes. The elders ask the general if he wishes to speak, but the man stays quiet, learning the light of eternal justice will now be passed. Krav frees himself from the construct, angrily shouting that the Legion destroyed his kingdom. Block smashes the general back into the construct, where he is sealed away in one of the elders' cells. Brainiac apologizes for Block's violence, but the elders say that they brought justice, not violence, and the violence that came was from Krav. One leader asks what troubles the young Gold Lantern, encouraging him to speak freely. Gold Lantern says that the elders came to him while he was teaching at school, offering him the chance to be a lantern. He found it to be a great honor when he accepted, and his inclusion in the Legion has only heightened that honor, as well as his responsibilities. The elders ask what troubles Kal-El, so the man asks if he's doing this right. The elders reveal that they have been watching him in recent events and are highly satisfied with their choice in him, meaning he is the Gold Lantern of this dimension. The hero is glad, but that isn't what he was asking. The elders know he talks of the Great Darkness, which the Lantern tells them about, and the Legion are investigating it. Brainiac 5 says this is why he accompanied his friend to Oa, asking the elders if they have ever experienced anything like this. The elders remain silent, however, making Brainiac say that they assumed when they offered an Owen ambassador to the Legion, information would be free-flowing. The elders say the difference between them and the original Lantern Corps is that today the Spectrum has a greater purpose, and that purpose could bring balance to the galaxy. Block asks why shelter them from their knowledge, since he's able to tell they are doing as much thanks to being a Dryad. The elders reveal they know of the Great Darkness, and they know they never said anything since they aren't sure if the Legion saves them from it, or if they're the cause of it all. On New Krypton, the Legion members arrive, asking Shadowlass why Mon-El is so emotional, since she should know since they were coupled. The woman knows he lacks confidence, and the heroes know he has all the powers of Superman but none of the other qualities. The team wonder if they should have brought John when they are met by Zod and his family. Zod is disappointed they didn't bring John with him since it's been almost 1,000 years since he's seen the man. The Legion asks Zod where Mon-El is, since there was an incident at the trial that needs sorting out, but he left in a hurry. Zod knows that he and Mon's grandmother know the Legion should have been good for the boy, telling the heroes to follow him, as on Rimbor, Jonah finishes off some of the other Rimborians who have attacked him in the Legion, hoping that they are finished now so he can open a discussion on how Rimbor can move forward. The warrior still attacks, but the hero smashes her away, saying that the Legion is there to help guide them to a better future. Back on Earth, Brainiac looks over the history of the Green Lanterns, met by Ayla Rands, who hopes she isn't bothering the man while he works. Brainiac reminds her that he's quite multifarious, so the woman tells him that she appreciates how he stood up to the president, doing it in a way that was firm enough to be heard but not firm enough that it comes across as a threat. Brainiac says that that was his Kalu-esque intellectual diplomacy. Ayla understands that, wondering why she's even there then, since she almost let the president have it thanks to the way she was talking to them, saying the president looks right through them and doesn't listen to them. She thinks that she shouldn't be there, but Brainiac asks if she knows what he's looking at. Despite not knowing all of Earth's history, Ayla knows it to be the Green Lantern Corps, saying that she studied the Age of Heroes when she was invited to join the Legion. To answer her question, Brainiac says that they have diplomacy, but they need passion, just like what she has. She wonders what would happen if she did go off at the president, but Brainiac knows that she didn't, since it seems seems that Ayla has both passion and diplomacy. Brainiac offers Ayla a seat, wanting her perspective on the Gold Lantern situation, as on the planet Gotham, the Commissioner shows Saturn Girl and Superboy the leads they have, showing Mordru's physical body disappeared, but it left an energy signature which they can track, finding it appeared on multiple planets around the system, so he could be at any one of them, they just don't know which trail to follow. The Commissioner reveals that the Overseer told her to work in tandem with the Legion more, and knowing magic is involved, John suggests they bring in Dr. Fate, so Saturn Girl contacts the hero. The hero teleports over after learning of the situation, and arriving, Fate finds that they are looking for Mordru, someone he has studied up on after the Legion's first encounter with him recently, telling others that he should have been called as soon as Mordru escaped custody. Working his magic, Fate quickly catches his true signal, finding the villain is on Xanthu, and they should go there now. On Rimbor, Ultra Boy is upset with the fractured nature of his people, the rest of the Legion thinking he's just hurt. Joe tells them that he's fine, and Lightning Lad doesn't understand why his friend is acting this way. Joe, however, is angry since he reveals the people of Rimbor have elected him the leader of the planet. Lightning Lad knows that's not a bad thing, since now that he's leader of the planet that was giving the Legion a hard time, he thinks he can solve quite a bit of their chaos. Joe is angered, however, that his people made him into his father, and he can't be the leader of the Legion and of this world. The Legion ask why not, wondering where that is actually written in actual law. On New Krypton, the Legion go with Zod to Mon-El's home. Zod announces himself and forces Mon-El to open the door, revealing it to the Legion that Mon-El is actually the father of 3 children, Laraz, Connor, and Lane. As Zod plays with his granddaughter, Wildfire asks why Mon-El ran from the Legion, learning that the man actually quit. Zod says that he should have stuck around since they won the trial and Krav was taken into custody. Mon-El asks if John is still part of the Legion, and the group says he is, so Mon-El quickly ditches the group, telling Zod that it's his turn to feed his children. On Xanthu, Mordru arrives on the dead world, wondering what kind of planet this is as he enters a cave, greeting the being inside, telling them that he comes with the gift of knowledge, telling the being how the 21st century Superboy John Ken is there in their time. Mordru introduces himself, asking if the being really is the enemy of all Krypton, Rogol Zar. Legion of Superheroes issue 10 begun the run's final 3 issues as the Legion spread out into the galaxy to run down the villain Mordru and sort out other troubles on Rimbor and New Krypton. I quite enjoyed the balancing this issue did with its multiple storylines, giving them all equal amount of time to open them up and get them all going, or in the case of the Mordru storyline, get it all started again, since that story began way back in issue 1, and as Saturn Girl says, all of the Legion were kind of sidetracked thanks to Krav. I loved finally getting a look at Gold Lantern and a peek into their history as the new Prime Lantern Corps in the universe, and as well as the new look that Oa has and that the Guardians, who are now called the Elders, have. New Krypton was a welcome addition as well, as we see all of the different house families that now exist on it, and it was really cool seeing them made up of ancestors of people like Steel, Doomsday, Eradicator, and many more, all seemingly led by Zod or a Zod, since we don't know which Zod this is exactly, but I'm going to assume it is Drew Zod's son Lor-Zod. The further expansion of Mon-El's history as an L was quite fun as well, and I like the idea that he himself has children, and I'm looking forward to finding out why he has such a hate boner for John being there in the 31st century, and why he hates the idea that Superboy is there on the Legion with him. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10.